Alright, so get this. This is a hot new science fiction idea that's never been done before. Let's have it like there's a scenario where these characters are in like a simulated reality, right? Like it's not the real world. They think it's the real world, but in fact it's an illusory world. Again and again and again and again and again and over and over and over and over again. We're going to call this masterpiece Palm Springs, and it's going to be one of the most revolutionary, important cinematic masterpieces of all time. I got a really cool idea for a movie, right? What if there were these characters, and every time they woke up, it was the same day over and over again? You know, like Groundhog Day, the Bill Murray movie. It's going to be on Netflix, the world's greatest streaming service, and everyone will love watching it because of the insight into the human condition it offers, and its extremely novel premise. Get this, I have a really fun idea for a movie. What if there's a character where when they wake up every day, it's the same day, again and again, kind of like in Groundhog Day? Let's do a movie where someone wakes up every day and it's the same day over and over again, and they have to go through the same day and like do something, like Groundhog Day, the Bill Murray movie. Yo, I have a really fun idea for a movie. What if there's this character, right, and they wake up again and again every day, and they keep living the same day over and over again, and it's like Groundhog Day? Yo, bruh, I just got the coolest idea for a brand new science fiction epic. It's never been done before. It's a totally new idea that's gonna blow the lid right off the cinematic medium. Okay, get this, right? There's these people, and they live inside this simulated reality. It's like an ant farm, right? It's like this twisted simulation that's run by a demented god being, and we call it San Junipero. And British auteur Charlie Brooker, creator of the acclaimed Netflix show Black Mirror, is able to translate this excellent vision onto the world. Yo, I have a really fun idea for a movie. Or a TV show, because movies don't get made these days. What if there's a character, and they wake up every single day, and it's the same day over and over again? Like in Groundhog Day. You know, the Bill Murray movie? I love Black Mirror so fucking much. It's fucking awesome. It's the greatest science fiction show that's ever been made. Fuck The Outer Limits. Fuck The Twilight Zone. Black Mirror is where I get my daily sci-fi fix. I watched Bandersnatch 26 times. Yo, I just had the craziest idea. What if there's these characters, right, in this movie, over and over and over and over endlessly? Yo, I've had a killer idea, okay? Get this, there's a TV show where there's this simulated reality, just like that movie The Matrix that came out 20 years ago, except this is a fresh, new, novel premise that's never been done before, because there's no movie like The Matrix that came out 20 years ago that did this exact same premise. And get this, right? Every day that these characters in the simulated reality wake up, it's the same day, just like in Groundhog's Day, the Bill Murray movie. So it's like The Matrix, but it's also like Groundhog's Day because these characters are both in a simulated reality and a time loop. Isn't that fucking genius? Over and over and over and over endlessly. Over and over and over and over and over. Oh, hi you guys. How's it going? Oh, hi Nick. How's it going? Let me ask you something, Nick. What do you think about Watchmen? The greatest comic book ever written and the only comic book I've ever read. Watchmen. No, I don't like Watchmen. In fact, I fucking hate Watchmen. I think it's like one of the top 10 worst comics ever made. Maybe the worst comic ever made. It completely destroyed the American comics market. It's written by this stupid British guy pretending like he understands American comics as a cultural concept, pretending like he understands American politics. I think Alan Moore is an untalented, pretentious fucking hack. Nick, you're not supposed to say that about Watchmen. Watchmen is the greatest comic ever written. I mean, I'm not a cartoonist, you're a cartoonist. You should know what the greatest comic ever written is. It's Watchmen, by Alan Moore and Brian Bolland. You should know this, Nick. The type comics I read are generally like DC Comics from 1939 to around 1950, EC Comics from around 1950 to 1955, Tales from the Crypt, The Haunt of Fear, shock suspense stories, yada yada, that kind of shit, because it's legitimately fun and entertaining and there's nothing pretentious or overbearing about it. I would argue that in general there's two types of comics fans, and it's pretty easy to draw a line down the middle of them. There's the types who appreciate real art and read Tales from the Crypt and shit, and then there's the type comics fans whose favorite comic is Watchmen because it's the only comic they've ever read, because along with Mouse, it's the only comic that's available for free in the public education system here in America. And morons like Gerard Way, lead singer of My Chemical Romance, generally fall into that camp and identify with Rorschach as this edgelord emo character. And that's how you get comics like The Umbrella Academy and The True Lives of the Fabulous Killjoys, which are utter shit. Nick, you've got to be fucking kidding us. You mean to say you don't like Ariel Pink? You don't like fucking Ariel Pink, the genius of our times? Surely you're messing around, Nick. There's no way you don't like Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the gut-busting, chuckleicious comedy featuring Michael Cera as that gosh darn gold-diggity incel hero, Scott Pilgrim, out to win the love of his lady fair, Ramona Flowers. It's fucking hilarious and one of the greatest movies ever made. Nick, you've really crossed the line with this one. You mean to tell me, to my fucking face, that you don't like King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard? Over and over and over and over, just like the Bill Murray movie Groundhog's Day. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard are canon, they're biblical, they're sacred to modern times. You don't get to take the piss out of King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. They're universally beloved and acclaimed. Again and again and again and again in a cyclical, never-ending, unceasing, unflinching loop. Nick, you mean to tell me that you don't like Hot Fuzz, the hilarious fucking Edgar Wright comedy? No, I really don't like Hot Fuzz. I think Simon Pegg is like a fucking clod. I don't get what's funny about his ass at all. It's like cringe. It's just like total cringe to watch an Edgar Wright movie with Simon Pegg and what's-his-face. Being an American, I'm much more fond of American comedies like Network or The Blues Brothers or Jack and Jill with Adam Sandler. I'd watch Jack and Jill a million fucking times before I'd bother to pop on Hot Fuzz or... I get it. There's an explanation for why you don't like Hot Fuzz. It's because you don't understand the sophisticated satirization of the police genre that Edgar Wright offers up through the use of such techniques as montage and the film lens that he uses, and the way that he spoofs really cleverly the generic cliches of the police genre to create the masterpiece of cinema verite that is Hot Fuzz. I think Hot Fuzz sucks ass. Nick, you mean to say you don't like Rick and Morty, the greatest cartoon show of our time? The transcendental experience that cured my depression and brought my dead grandma back to life. What is wrong with you, Nick? And we get Charlie Brooker, the creative mega-genius behind the Netflix show Black Mirror, to direct it. No, as a matter of fact, I don't like Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. It looks about as appealing to me as watching a bunch of Fred videos or a bunch of fucking Annoying Orange videos. It's an artifact of the late 2000s and early 2010s that I prefer to leave far, far behind me. It's juvenile and cloying and simplistic, and the comic looks like ass and the movie looks like ass, and I have zero interest in engaging with it as a franchise because I read real comics like Tales from the Crypt or shock suspense stories. Well, Nick, you've really done it this time. You've really screwed us all over. No, as it happens, I'm none too big into Ariel Pink, or Mac DeMarco, or like King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, or as they're known by their fans, King Giz. Shut up, you fucking freak! Nick, you don't have to say this. Shut up! Shut up! You don't have to say this, Nick, please. I don't like Black Mirror. I don't like Black Mirror. I don't like Ariel Pink. I don't like Ariel Pink. I don't like Ariel Pink. Shut up! Shut up. For our sake, don't say this. Shut up before something else shuts you up. Shut up. Shut your stupid trap. No, I can't say I do like Rick and Morty. I absolutely despise the show's creator, Justin Roiland, who's a raving misogynist with zero grasp on reality. I fucking hate Rick and Morty. Over and over, again and again and again. Shut your stupid mouth hole before it all goes awry. Shut the hell up, Nick. Shut up. Okay, Nick? You don't know what you're talking about. You're stupid. You're so stupid. I don't like King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, or King Giz as they're colloquially known. No, it just so happens that I don't like King Giz, as they're colloquially known, but as their full name is King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Again and again and again and again, over and over and over and over and... Yo, what if there was a movie where it was like they were in like a simulated reality that was in like a computer? Wouldn't that be crazy? Well, Nick, you've really done it this time. You've screwed us all over. Your callous disregard knows no end, Nick. You're just another fetid cog in this wretched machine. This machine that just keeps on going and going and going and going over and over and over and over again.